So I really never had any good experiences with the healthcare system when I was using. I do now, but when I was using, I was talked to in a very demeaning way. They wanted me out of the office as soon as possible. Sometimes I would book appointments with a doctor because one doctor wouldn't see me anymore. And so I'd book an appointment with another doctor, and they would book the appointment and I would get there and then they would tell me the doctor wouldn't see me. I know it's because I would go in there asking for help, right? I would say, hey, listen, I'm not here for any pain medication. I am an opioid user, but I'm not here for any pain medication. I'm just here because I need help getting off this drug. I've been trying it for years and I can't do it. And they wouldn't help me. They wouldn't point me in the right direction. They wouldn't give me any medication to help the bone pain or anything like that. They would just say that there was nothing they could do for me. I went in one day because I felt I was dying. I had gone to the detox center and they wouldn't let me in. It was my third day of going to the detox and not getting in. And so they sent me to the hospital in order to make sure that I was okay. I got to the hospital and I ended up waiting there for 16 hours. I watched 4 or 5 groups of people go in before me. So I politely went up to the front and asked if maybe they had forgotten my name or maybe they had they missed the paperwork or something. And I was very polite about it and they said, oh no, the most important people will go first. And so I laid back down and I waited a couple more hours, watched another group of people go in. Finally, I went in and they had me in another triage area where I waited for another couple hours. The doctor came out and he gave me an Ativan. He called me a junkie and he told me to get off the premises before he called security. And so that was one of the worst experiences of my life. I was sick. I was sent there by a detox, so I felt like it was supposed to be a safe place. I got there, I was told that I was unimportant. I was one of the least important people there. I felt like I was dying and I wasn't looking for drugs. I was just looking for help. And then I get told that I'm a junkie and then they kick me off the premises when I have no ride or no phone. And so I couldn't even get anyone to come pick me up. And so I'm sick with no treatment, no proper treatment. They gave me an Ativan, which made me go to sleep. I was still sick and I had no way of contacting anyone. It made me feel like I was an animal, like a dog kicked outside after dinner or something. We're people. Sorry. The number one thing I'd like to see in the healthcare system would just be compassion and love, and kind of just an understanding that if people come back after being clean and they've relapsed, to just understand that relapse is a part of recovery and to not have too high expectations for people when getting clean. Another thing that I'd like to see is, doctors being able to point people in the right direction. Here's a treatment center, here's a detox center, this is the best person to get a hold of, here's some addiction counselors' numbers, instead of just pushing them away. Another thing I'd really like to see, but I don't think it'll be possible, is for you to go into a doctor's office and say, hey, listen, I need Suboxone, I need methadone. Because honestly, it's extremely hard to get on these programs. And so if it becomes too hard, addicts aren't gonna do it. It would just be easier for them to go find it somewhere else.